The directors of this school represented, the principal of Seta Schools, the head teacher here, and the colleague head teachers of sister schools, dear teachers of this school, parents of this great school, the new cabinet, ladies and gentlemen, and you, the pupils, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sam.
I am pleased to be here this afternoon to preside over the inauguration of the new cabinet of this school. My name is Hirare Bisanga. To begin with, I am a parent here. My son is in P3, and by profession, I work with the Uganda Prison Service. I am Assistant Commissioner General of Prisons, and my dear wife here is Mary Centenary, also a prisons officer, an assistant commissioner of prisons, and the commandant of the Prisons Academy and Training School. When I was given a telephone call by one of the parents to come and preside over this function, I asked that parent, why didn't the headmaster call me himself? Because he knows my telephone number. She told me she had been given the responsibility to contact me because the headmaster knew that she knows me. And I said, that's a simple thing. All the same, I would have come even if I was not coming in that capacity, because my son here was overwhelmingly elected as the Minister for Education, Lower Primary. I didn't know they had even not yet sworn in, because whenever he gets chance to introduce himself, the first thing he says he's the Minister of Education at Seta Junior. Now you are a full minister, you are a Rion. Dear parents, dear pupils, dear teachers, my history with the directors of this school dates as far back as around 2003, 2004, when I was still a young officer in Uganda Prison Service. I have served for over 25 years. And that time I approached, I wanted a vacancy at the Namugongo SS, Uganda Matters, for a student who had not given them a choice. They told me you will not get a vacancy because the headmaster is a very tough man. I all the same decided to go there. I met the headmaster then, who is the director of this school. And that time I decided to go dressed in uniform, in my khaki as a prisons officer. I also wanted to show him that I'm not a simple man. But that was, at that time I was a young officer, full of vigor. And I looked at him in the face, he looked at me in the face. He was chasing away people, he had a lot of pressure. I told him I want a vacancy for my nephew. He looked at me like this, I also looked at him like this. I think he had no choice, because I had gone with no intention of smiling. I think when he looked at my face, he said, I think I can help this young officer, and he gave me the vacancy without any hassle, and I greatly thank him for that. He may have forgotten. I meet him several times on national occasions, but we have never talked about it. So when I was told to, yeah, of course, I remembered that history, and I said, I must come rain or shine. I had a long written speech. I think I will not refer to it. As the principal mentioned, people are tired. But I want to take this chance to congratulate the readers who have been chosen to read in this term 2026-2027. And I thank you for having elected them. I hear that the theme is serving with integrity and service. And dear readers, I am not sure whether the people I'm talking to are listening, but dear readers, integrity is a wide thing, but you must be honest, you must be trustworthy, you must be truthful, you must be sincere in all respects. And all those attributes, fortunately, are picked the religious instructions you get. I'm happy that this school is well grounded in religion, as mentioned earlier. And as we get in the book of Proverbs, they say the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So whatever you do as leaders, be mindful that your leadership comes from God. You are ordained by God. As they mentioned, you are very few people out of the very many students that are in this school. As you serve with integrity, I want to implore you to avoid what I can call corrupt tendencies or practices. It is good that during the campaigns, Mr. Headmaster, you did not ask the contestants to facilitate the voters. It would have been very dangerous. But at a certain point in time, my son here, who won the election, told me he wanted me to buy him sweets to give to the people who voted him, to thank the voters. I asked him, why do you want to thank the voters? He told me others had also done it. I asked him, why don't you simply write a small statement of appreciation and thank the people for having voted you? So we agreed that since you have your own money, he has a Casimoro piggy bank. We agreed that since you have your own money, now we are going to spend your own money to thank the voters. He refused. He told me, for me, I'm a money saver, I'm not a money spender. Now he wanted to spend mine, he didn't want to spend his. But at the end of the day, we agreed that it is not necessary to spend money which you don't even have to thank voters. In any case, as leaders who have offered to offer service, who have offered to sacrifice time, it is the people you are going to serve that should be thanking you. So, in that right, I want to implore you as developing leaders to avoid the politics of bribery and politics of manipulation. Now, service, as enshrined in your theme, is just the aspect of being there for the others, giving a helping hand, listening, and of course, serving with humility. And I want to implore you to embrace those virtues as leaders. You have been given a great responsibility. You are going to help the school administration in maintaining order, in organizing school activities and programs. Like you saw these young men and women who were here as MCs and playing other roles. Your work is to help the administration of the school. And that is a role you must play very well. But of course, as you play that role, dear my ministers, you must do it with discipline. You must lead by example, because you are supposed to be role models. We expect that we shall not have cases of indiscipline among you the leaders. So I congratulate you, and I wish you all the best in your term. As I wind up, I want to thank the parents of the great leaders for having brought up responsible children who are ready to offer service, and for having nurtured them. But also to the administration of this school, the headmaster and your team, the teachers, I want to thank you for nurturing these young people. We have fallen short as parents many of the times. And in any case, you spend almost more time with our children than us, the parents. And what you feed them on is what they will grow knowing. But I know our children are in the right hands. I know you are doing a good job. Please continue doing that very good job. I want to conclude by once again congratulating the students, readers, the prefects, rather the ministers, and to wish you all the best in your term. That's a summary of what I had written. Now, the president made an appeal of projectors, and of course the school administration made the appeal, and we are also people who are progressive institutions. We want to make a commitment as a family that we shall also contribute a humble 3 million shillings towards this cause. So with those few remarks, I want to thank you once again for your kind attention, and I wish you a great day. Thank you.